Hello, hello, everybody. There we are. Now I can see chat. Can everybody hear me? Hopefully. How's it going? Looks like we got Derek Taylor, Make Mistakes, Trickman Terry, Galactic Tapes is here. Janice, how's it going? Thank you all for being here. Hopefully people can hear me. One of these days I'm going to figure it out. But OBS says you can hear me, and that's usually accurate. Awesome. Cool. Well, there's some confirmation. Right on. Thank you, everybody. Free beatdown with membership. Careful with that one. Hope you're all doing well. I am at the end of 7 hours of Octatrack hell, programming more of my live set. Currently, I keep bumping the mic, sorry. Currently fighting to get one of my, to get the drums to loop on a track. It's just, for some reason, the record trigger won't go unless I start on the pattern that the record trigger's on. It won't let me chain into it. And if that was gibberish to you, I don't blame you, because the Octatrack is a lot of gibberish. I need to hit up EasyBot. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today. It is the last Wednesday of the month, which means it is time to play my patrons' music. Every month I do a challenge over on my Patreon page. Most of the folks in here are patrons, so thank you for being here, and thank you to everybody who's not a patron who's checking this out too. Yeah, we have a challenge every month, and this month was kind of a fun one. So last month what we did is I asked everybody, so this was December's, I asked everybody to record your own sample and use it in a track. And it was pretty much that. I said it could be just about anything, dialogue, instrument, field recording, etc. And then, so everybody did that. And then for this month, the challenge was to go and use someone else's sample. I didn't put an apostrophe in else's, did I? There we go. Someone else's sample from last month's challenge, and use it. Man, look at all these typos. December. Look at me just messing stuff up. But yeah, use someone else's sample in a challenge, basically. So same thing as the previous month, but this month you got to go use someone else's. So I'm going to pop over to the entries here. I should have us in the right spot. Yeah, because that was echoes from last month and Sadiq Cat from this month. Cool. But it was definitely a fun little challenge. EasyBot Octatrack is the Digitact. What do you mean by that? Or I think he has a video titled something like that, doesn't he? I can't remember. It is okay to make mistakes, yes. Although, for some reason, making typos really gets under my own skin. That's one of my personal pet peeves with myself. I don't like making typos. My dad was an English teacher, so yeah, if he were still around, he wouldn't point them out. He was way too nice, but he'd see them. I know he'd see them. All right. Well, should we just get into these then? We've got, I think, 7 this month. Let's see. We've got Sadiq Cat. We've got Echo. We've got Make Mistakes. We've got Trickman Terry. We've got Jan. We've got myself. We've got Donk, and we've got Galactic Tapes. So we've got 8 people. Awesome. 8 entries. Love your content. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, you get it, Terry. You're an editor. Yeah. Because you're like, oh, why? Like, I know better than that. Why didn't I put, one of those? I just needed to close off the parenthesis on the end. All right. Let's get into this here. We'll start off with Sadiq Cat, since that's our first submission. January's challenge submission. I used only everyone's sample, so Echo, Trickman Terry, Freebeat, Sadiq Cat, Jan, and Donk. and made it on the PO33. No other imported sounds or editing other than normalized and trimmed in Audacity. So yeah, this one is from Sadiq Cat. Much like every other month, I haven't really listened to these outside of just like a really quick, just kind of skim through just to make sure, everything uploaded properly. So these are going to be new for me too. So yeah, here we go. Sadiq Cat's is short. It's 43 seconds. I probably won't mute my microphone, but I will try to shut my mouth. So here we go. Bring it on, Sadiq Cat. Wow. Right off the bat, I think Sadiq Cat wins wins the award for most crammed into 43 seconds. Hey, Crazy Wabbit is here. That was crazy. That was crazy. It's interesting. Even with like no real drums, I mean, obviously you had Sadiq Cat's mouth percussion, which that was Sadiq Cat's sample from December. I know because that's the sample I used. But even with like no drums or anything like that, those PO33 effects are still super just, I can always tell when it's them. I can always tell when it's the PO33. Those punch-in effects are just awesome. The octave shift up and down, just the character of those effects are so cool. I think that worked really well. I could have heard more than 43 seconds, I think. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Play it again? All right, yeah, we'll do it again. Derek Taylor says, dude, this track just sounds mean. Surprising to hear from just the PO33. Yeah, definitely. Wow's an understatement. It was crazy. Wabbit. All right, let's listen to Sadiq Cats again. Here we go. It's 43 seconds. I'm going to hold my breath. Yeah. That is absolute 43 seconds. Absolutely 43 seconds of chaos. Could have gone 45 seconds at least. I don't think Sadiq Cat is in here. Yeah. Normally a frequent viewer of the streams. But I haven't seen Sadiq Cat in the Discord in a day or two, I don't think. I don't know. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Hey, how's it going, Jackson? Good to see you, as always. Yeah, that was a great way to kick it off. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, all right, let's move on. Now we've got Echo. She says, here's what I made for this month. Also with the previous samples, but instead of the PO33, used Bitwig. All righty. Cool. Let's have a listen. Bitwig it's just another DAW, right? It's not a tracker software, I don't think. I'm not super familiar with it. I need to get better. I need to get better at the other DAWs. Yeah, Sadiq Cat did a great job. All right. Here is Echo's submission for this month. Without further ado, That was so cool. Was that was oh no. Echo said all the sounds were samples. I thought for a minute I heard some PO24 office percussion in there. But yeah, that was really neat. I like that bass line. The timing was just like the slightest bit off. I think that the bass line was the My Simon Says sample, and it was just like the slightest bit behind or ahead. I was just kind of zoning out, listening to it, didn't really analyze it, but just enough to like really get that nice groovy feel. I really liked that. that was super neat. Stardew Valley vibes or similar game? Yeah, definitely. That snare sound really did wonders for the rhythm. Yeah, that snare type sound. That's what I thought was the PO24 at first. Yeah, that was super cool. And apparently I triggered Trickman Terry's Amazon you know who with something I said. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Nice job, Echo. I don't think she's in chat right now either, but that was well done. Cool. Super nifty. All right, moving on to someone who is in chat. We've got Make Mistakes, who says, okay, I put this together with only the PO35 speak, normalized in Audacity. Still pretty hot, so mind your ears. Used my Simon Says sample in here. Awesome. It was a fun distraction. Good. Can offer a truncated version if this one proves too much of a lengthy assault. I think you're good. The first two were pretty short. Galactic Tapes, as someone who's planning on going to NobCon and crashing at Trickman Terry's again, I'm not going to do anything to upset him. At some point. I need that couch in the basement. All right, Make Mistakes. Let's hear it. If the level is too high, I'll just turn it down right here in Discord. But yeah, here we go. This is with the Simon Says sample that I used. Here we go. Wow. Dang. That was pretty fun. I'm glad we didn't ask for the truncated version. That was super fun. I feel like a lot of people forget that the PO32 tonic, or nope, the PO35 Speak also has a monophonic instance of the PO32 drum kit in there. Super cool. Yeah, using that build-up effect well there, as Trickman Terry said. Like I said, that just a showcase of how punch-in effects and really step locking, because you can kind of step lock the different engines, or not really engines, but like the playback types, the vocoder, or not the vocoder, the different synth engines, the speech synthesis types. You can kind of switch them in real time and record those changes in on there, and it's super powerful. The Speak might be like the coolest pocket operator in terms of actually making stuff, because that was all less than 16 patterns, I'm guessing, or 16 patterns max. That was like a full 5-minute track. Yeah, that was well done. Make mistakes. No mistakes were made in there, and you had fun making it, which is that's the real win. That's kind of the point of these monthly challenges too. And of course the fart sounds, yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. Nice. All right. Next up we have Trickman Terry. January challenge complete. I used samples from last month's Sadiq Cat Echo and Freebeat. Those 3 entries loaded into the circuit rhythm and sequenced. Those are the only sounds used. Nothing else was added but effects from the circuit rhythm and the Korg NTS3. Oh, nice. That's the Chaos Pad one, right? Strangely, more effects came from the circuit rhythm than the NTS3, which I wasn't expecting to happen, but it just worked out that way. Cool. I'm going to look that up really quick to make sure. Wait, that was a single pattern? Make mistakes, that was a single pattern? What the hell? That's epic. That's so freaking cool. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Korg NTS3. Yes, it is the Chaos Pad one. Cool. All right. Well, dang, make mistakes. That's even crazier then. Super well done. Anyway, back to Trickman Terry. So we've got Sadiq Cat's sample, which was some mouth percussion. Echo had a teapot, and then I had the Simon Says sample. Maybe I should be showing what these samples were. So here's Echoes from last month. Here's Sadiq Cat's. And then I don't know where mine is. Surely I entered mine. Oh, right here. Here's my challenge or my sample. Cool. Okay, let's play Trickman Terry's now. We got about a 3-minute track. Pop over to chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything. There we go. Cool. Lots of button mashing. Yeah, I bet. All right, Trickman Terry. We got the mouth percussion, the teapot, and the Simon Says. Take it away. That was cool. That was cool as hell. Yeah, all those stutter effects were very cool. Also, how's it going, If Dots? Your entry was awesome. Feel free to go back and watch. That was that was really neat, Terry. The circuit rhythm has punch-in effects, right? And then obviously you used the NTS3 as well. But the circuit rhythm has punch-in effects, if I remember. And I think that's what we heard there. That was super cool. I really liked the chops, how you chopped up Sadiq Cat sample. That's actually how I kind of got started with my track as well. Rhythm does have punch-in effects. Okay, cool. Most of the circuit rhythm stuff was in the beginning. Cool. You know, I didn't really click with the circuit tracks, but I've always kind of wanted to try the circuit rhythm ever since they increased the sampling time. Excuse me. Maybe I'll give that a shot in the future. I don't know. We'll see. And the NTS3 for the stuttering. Cool. Well, that was sick. Nicely done. All right. Now we've got Jan, who says, I made something quick this evening, was occupied with other projects this month. So I had just tonight to make something, used the samples of Sadiq Cat in multiple ways, and in addition to that, Freebeat and Trickman Terry. Added a drum layer on it using only the OPXY. Wish I had more time. And done more melodic stuff with the samples, but unfortunately ran out before I could work on that. That's okay. Let's listen to Trickman Terry's sample here. Okay. Another synth sound. That's right. I remember that one. Whoops. I scrolled down too far. Here we go. Right here. Cool. Okay, so we've got the mouth samples of Sadiq Cat. We've got the Simon Says synth, the two-tone thing from me, and then we've got the synth from Trickman Terry with some OPXY drums on it. Alrighty. Here we go. Here's Jan's entry. That was super cool. The drums coming in completely caught me off guard. That is not at all where I thought the beat, the count was at all. And then the drums popped in. I was like, oh, whoa. Yeah, definitely. That reminded me of like a side-scrolling shooter, but an underwater level. Like a more modern version of some of those levels in Super Mario Land for the Game Boy, where you're like in the submarine underwater. Yeah, that was super cool. Nice one, Jan. That was a really neat use of the three of those samples combined like that. Sadiq Cat's sample has been pretty popular today. That mouth percussion. Mouth percussion is just fun to work with, I think. At least I had a good time with it. Excuse me. Goodness. And speaking of me, looks like I'm up next here. My cat is meowing at the door to the studio, but if she comes in, it's like 5:30 p.m. right now. If she comes in, she's gonna get in the window, and there's a whole bunch of people coming home from work outside because my window faces the apartment parking lot, and she will just go nuts because people will walk right by the window. You think it was the most easily adaptable to drum sample of the bunch? Of the bunch, yeah, that's probably true. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's kind of why I used it. I don't know. I was gonna chop it up, and I kind of did that and then sequenced it. But I'll just read what I wrote. Here's my entry. I used Sadiq Cat Sample. I did all of this in Ableton in about 2 hours. Now that it's out, I can reveal that Arturia hooked me up with Pigment 6 to play with, which is so cool, by the way. I did this entire song just using Pigment's 6 as my only synth. So all the sounds in this, even the drums, are Pigment's. I put Sadiq Cat Sample into the sample engine of Pigment's and then ran that through the new vocoder, which wound up making a rhythmic hi-hat sound. So I already had some of those mouth percussion hits sequenced, and then I took them out once I heard it through the vocoder and put them back in, resequenced them, and then that sequence inspired me to make the rest of the track. And yeah, the mix and master is not great, but I was super busy and I only had a couple hours to spend on the track, but I had a good time doing it. Stream could have been a cat video. She doesn't like to sit in one place for too long. She should be all over the studio. It's good for chopped drums. Yeah, the Sadiq Cat Sample. Yeah, definitely. That was the first thing I heard the first thing I thought when I heard it. But yeah, cool. All right, here's my entry. Enjoy. Yeah. Ooh. Feels like an intro for a 90s sitcom meant as a compliment. Be a pretty chaotic 90s sitcom. I guess some of those were pretty unhinged. Yeah, it was like an hour to come up with the sections, and then I probably spent like an hour and a half mixing it, actually, or just trying to get a master. Hang on, let me go tell the cat I'll be okay. 1 second. Thank you guys, though. Thank you. You don't need to come in here. Mom will be home soon, don't worry. Okay. Had to tell the cat that Lady Freebeat would be home soon. But oh, she's still going. Yeah, I really liked how the hi-hat sat in there. Once I heard Sadiq Cat's voice through the vocoder, I was like, oh, this is it. Cool. Okay, moving on. We've got Donk, who is in chat, I see, which is the collection of letters I cannot pronounce. All right. Donk says, here we go. Not much gear action lately, so I scripted this quickly on my PC to at least have an entry. Space polygons floating in space that play space music using samples from last month's challenge. All right. The scene plays forever, but I'll keep the submission short. And Donk used the samples of Sadiq Cat, Trickman Terry, Echo, Freebeat, and Yawn. What was Yawn's sample? Let's see here. Right here. Oh, yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Woo, Donk time. All right, yeah. I'm expecting this one to be very different. So let's get into it. I'm excited. That was a nice change of pace. It's pretty cool how you can just throw that together, like on the computer. Yeah, visuals. And yeah, it turned the samples into an ambient masterpiece, yeah. I'd be interested to hear like a live performance of that, honestly. Like, are you able to manipulate certain elements of it where other things just kind of play out? I'm really unfamiliar with stuff put together like that. Well done. For not having any time, you still threw something pretty fun together. I like that a lot. I feel like I could put that on at night and like use it to help me fall asleep. Which, that's a huge compliment coming from me, someone who has more ADHD than I know what to do with. I have a hard time sleeping at night. I might give that a shot. You never know. All right, last up, we've got someone who actually submitted way earlier but completely forgot and got his entry in at 2:57 p.m. Pacific time, so just 3 hours ago, less than 3 hours ago. Galactic Tapes. I know I'm late again, but I just realized I forgot to post my entry in this channel. And as you can see, when Galactic Tape sent it to me in a DM, I said, is that Echo's Teapot? And he said, that's all of the samples and nothing else. So, without further ado, let's give Galactic Tapes the floor. Here we go.
Wow, that was would that be considered ambient? I don't know. Oh, I totally forgot my microphone was out of the way. Sorry. Would that be considered ambient? You think? I'm not good at genre, but that was like, I don't know, it was super sinister feeling. I really like that. Trickman Terry brings up a good point. A lot of people used only the samples for their entries, and everyone was creative and different. And that is a very good point. That's pretty wild, actually. Sneaking through the secret base. Yeah, that was I don't know. It had like a. Can ambient music like still have like a pulse? Like I said, I'm not good at genre in the first place, and I'm definitely far away from ambient in my typically like personal listening and creating. But like that, I like that still had kind of a nice like chugging, almost like a sinister train engine, chugging along in the underground feel. I really like that. That was cool. Yeah, well done, Galactic Tapes. Good stuff. That was a lot of fun. That does bring us, I believe, to the end. Yeah, that is the final entry. So let me be the first to say good job, everybody. This was probably my favorite month so far in terms of everybody's entries. Next month we are going to be doing a new challenge, of course, and it's going to. Well, do I want to spoil it yet? I'll just say the idea comes from Trickman Terry. It's a simple one. It's been on my list, but he asked if I'd thought of it, and I said we're gonna do it. So it involves budget gear. I'll just say that. So in true, sticking true to the Freebeat channel, budget gear. Yeah. Gonna be a good time. I think most everybody in here is a patron, but if you're not, if you'd like to participate in the next challenge, just head over to patreon.com/freebeat. Just costs $1 a month. That's it. If you want to enter, there are some other tiers, but some higher ones up. But if you want access to the Discord, just $1. $1 a month. That's $12 a year. I was going to say that's like 4 coffees, but depending on what kind of coffee you get, that's like, if it was my wife, that'd be like 2 coffees, like 1.5 coffees is what it feels like. Some of those things.
come up with a new nickname for Trickman Terry. Yeah, y'all have a month to give him a new nickname. All right, everybody, I'm going to go play with the cat for a bit and then start some dinner. Thank you all for hanging out. I had a good time. Hopefully you did as well. I enjoyed all those samples tremendously, and I enjoyed everybody's entries tremendously as well. Someone said Sadiq Cat wins best sample. I don't know if he wins best sample, but definitely wins most used sample, I think, with some awesome classic mouth percussion. That's going to be a rule for next month is no mouth percussion. We're going to do a hard pivot. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed everybody's entries as much as I did. Thanks for playing along. And we will see we'll see you next month. Hopefully I might do another stream before the last Wednesday of next month. I might do another Wednesday stream. I've been feeling the urge to do some on-camera music making, some live on-camera music making, so we'll see. But yeah, thanks folks. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care.